Young Thug, RICO indictment, criminal mastermind. I killed his man in front of his mama. They say it's just music, but the state says it's murder masked in a melody. This isn't just another rapper behind bars. This is a war between hip-hop and the law. May 9th, 2022. One of Atlanta's most recognizable voices, Grammy-winning rapper Young Thug, is let out of his mansion in handcuffs. The charge? Conspiracy to violate Georgia's RICO Act. Behind him, authorities begin seizing documents, computers, and phones. Evidence, they claim, of a sprawling criminal enterprise cloaked in the luxury and glamour of hip-hop. But is Young Thug, born Jeffrey Lamar Williams, a musical genius unfairly targeted by the system? Or is he a shadowy leader of a violent gang responsible for murders, drugs, and mayhem? This is the dark and complicated story of Young Thug, rapper or ringleader. Jeffrey Williams grew up in the tough Jonesboro South Projects of Atlanta, Georgia, a product of poverty and violence. He was one of 11 children. His early life, by all accounts, was filled with hardship. His brother was convicted of murder, his community riddled with crime. But Jeffrey found an outlet, music. He exploded onto the scene in the early 2010s, with a style that was wild, unique, and undeniable. His breakthrough came with tracks like Stoner and Danny Glover, followed by collaborations with stars like Future, Drake, and Travis Scott. Soon, Young Thug wasn't just an artist. He was a mogul in the making. He founded his own label, YSL, short for Young Stoner Life Records. But according to prosecutors, those letters stood for something far more sinister. In May 2022, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office dropped a bombshell, an 88-page grand jury indictment. Young Thug, along with 27 others, was charged under Georgia's Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, better known as RICO. The indictment painted a chilling picture. YSL wasn't just a label. It was a violent street gang with ties to Bloods, involved in murder, armed robbery, drug trafficking, and witness intimidation. Young Thug, they claimed, was not just a participant, but the shot caller. They pointed to his lyrics, music videos, social media posts, even group chats, as evidence of criminal activity. One chilling message from a group text read, YSL rule the world, kidnap whoever, kill whoever. And according to authorities, this wasn't just talk. In the days after the indictment, tragedy struck. Lil Keed, a rising star on the Young Thug's YSL label, suddenly died from organ failure. Speculation swirled. Was the pressure too much? Was he targeted or about to flip? The authorities said no foul play was involved, but the timing raised eyebrows. One by one, YSL affiliates began turning on each other. Some entered plea deals. Others vanished from the spotlight. The DA's office alleged that Young Thug gave orders from behind the scenes, authorizing hits, rewarding violence, and silencing opposition. Among the most shocking claims, that he rented a car later used in the 2015 murder of a rival gang member, Donovan Thomas. According to prosecutors, this killing sparked a violent war in Atlanta's streets, leading to dozens of retaliatory shootings. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of the case, the use of Young Thug's lyrics as evidence. Lines like, "I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body," were cited in the indictment, connecting art to alleged reality. Critics argue this sets a dangerous precedent, criminalizing creativity, especially among black artists. Jay-Z and Meek Mill joined other stars in a legal push to limit the use of rap lyrics in court. Their argument? If Johnny Cash could sing about murder without being suspected, why is Young Thug treated differently? But prosecutors insisted it wasn't the lyrics alone. It was the context, the corroboration, the pattern. Still, a national debate was ignited. Where does art end and confession begin? In a stunning twist, fellow rapper Ghana, another YSL artist, entered a plea deal. He was released after pleading guilty to a racketeering conspiracy charge. The terms were explosive. Ghana acknowledged that YSL was a criminal gang and that it should be dissolved. Though he later claimed he didn't snitch, the damage was done. Fans were divided. Was Ghana a traitor or a survivor? And what did his statement mean for Young Thug's defense? Since his arrest, Young Thug has remained behind bars. He's been denied bond multiple times. The judge cited concerns over witness tampering and potential threats to the community. Reports from inside jail suggest a grim reality. Limited communication, mental strain. Courtroom photos show a once vibrant performer looking exhausted, silent, and worn down. Meanwhile, his legal team fights to sever his case from others, hoping to limit the damage caused by co-defendants and their plea deals. The YSL RICO trial has been a legal roller coaster. It's one of the longest jury selections in Georgia history. Hundreds of potential jurors were questioned. Multiple were dismissed for hardship or bias. There have been bomb threats, arrests of defense lawyers, and even accusations of misconduct from both sides. One juror skipped court for a vacation. Another was caught filming proceedings. All of this before the trial even began. If convicted, young Thug faces decade behind bars. His rap career, his empire, could vanish overnight. But his attorneys maintain his innocence, arguing he's a businessman, not a kingpin, a victim of profiling, not a perpetrator of violence. The jury will decide. At its heart, the Young Thug case is about more than one man. It's a culture war. On one side, prosecutors claiming that rap is being used as a front for real-world violence. On the other, artists and activists who say this is systemic racism in disguise. How do we balance free expression with public safety? Can a black artist write about street life without being indicted for it? These are the questions gripping not just Georgia, but the entire country. Jeffrey Williams rose from the streets of Atlanta to global superstardom. But now he sits in a jail cell, fighting for his freedom, his legacy, and his life. The YSL RICO case may take months, possibly years, to resolve. But one thing is certain, hip-hop will never be the same. Was Young Thug a visionary caught in the system? Or was his music the mask of a criminal mastermind? Only time and the courts will tell. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dive crime stories that expose the truth behind the headlines. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe.